Isang magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ngayon po ay April 20, Wednesday. Ito po ang The Stock Market Today. If this is your first time in this channel, ako po si Benji Chodoro, isang retired bank officer na nagsimula mag-invest sa Philippine stock market noong 2007. Araw-araw ko po itong ginagawa na sinimulan ko po noong August of 2020. Binibigay ko rin po ang latest news on your favorite and most active stocks. Kung gusto niyo po ng content, inimbitahan ko po kayo mag-subscribe sa aking channel. Kung meron po yung stocks na gustong ipa-review, paki-comment lang po sa comment box at aking ipa-prioritize. Hindi po ako financial advisor. Anything I say in this channel should not be construed as financial advice. Ang ating financial news ay tungkol sa sale ng towers ng PLDT. Kasama po ang ating financial headlines at ang resulta ng trading sa ating PSE ngayong araw, Miyerkules, ika-20 ng Abril 2022, dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. Okay, so let's get on with our financial headlines. And this is from BDO Securities. Kunin natin to. Yan. Okay. IMF sees faster Philippine growth this year. March balance of payment surplus biggest in 3 months. In our sector and company news, this is our main news. TEL signs 77 billion peso tower sale and leaseback deal. FGen secures new customers under GEOP. GEOP means Green Energy Option Program. PAL to attain 80% of pre-pandemic capacity in 2022. Okay. So, let's now go to our main headlines. Ito po yung sa news on the PLDT, and that is the reason why the other day tumaas po yung stock, ng PLDT, and it's because of this. 2 firms to acquire 5,907 PLDT towers for 77 billion. PLDT Inc. announced on Tuesday that it entered into agreements with 2 foreign tower companies for the sale and leaseback of its 5,907 telecom towers for a whopping 77 billion, which will be used to repay debt, fund major cash requirements, and pay special dividends of up to 9 billion. Magkano kaya kinita ng PLDT dito, no? Okay, the group subsidiaries Smart Communications and Digital Mobile Philippines signed the sale and purchase deals with the subsidiaries of international telecommunications infrastructure services companies Edotco Group and EdgePoint, PLDT said in a disclosure to the stock exchange. The 5,907 towers, almost half of PLDT's total tower portfolio, are spread across the Philippines, with 2,973 being acquired by ISOC Edotco Towers Inc., a subsidiary of Edotco Group, and 2,934 towers by Comworks Infratech Corp., a subsidiary of EdgePoint. With the proceeds from the transaction, the PLDT Group aims to repay 27.5 billion in debt maturing this year, PLDT Chief Finance Officer Annabel Chua said in a press briefing. By the way, Annabel was a colleague of mine during my Citibank days many years ago. We do need to borrow 24.5 billion, and that will be used for capital expenditures and other investment requirements. Originally based on our plans, we would have had to borrow, but this time we can avoid doing that with the proceeds that we will generate from this transaction, Annabel said. So, with the 52 billion that's largely being used to deleverage the company, we should enjoy savings on our financial costs. The estimate here is 2.6 billion calculated at the assumption of a 5% interest rate per annum. She added, the company also expects to see repayment of special dividends up to $9 billion to its shareholders. The transaction was signed on Tuesday. PLDT expects staggered closing because of the number of towers being transferred. PLDT Chairman Manny Pangilinan said in March that the bids the company had received for the tower were north of the 50 billion mark, meaning mas malaki po sa 50 billion. Actually, ang savings po nila dito is on financial cost, no? Instead of borrowing 52 billion, binenta nila yung towers nila. So they will just probably lease it from other source, no? Which is from Smart, which is leasing the towers back to PLDT. So they sold 5,000 of the towers, and then yung kakulangan nun, they will lease the towers from the Smart Communication. So sila rin na makikinabang bale, no? And I'm sure since these are separate companies, arm's length po yung transaction. Okay, PLDT said its wireless arm Smart has agreed to lease back the towers sold in a transaction for a period of 10 years. So makikinabang din si Smart. Si Smart ang makikinabang. Actually, yung pag-lease niya, ang income nun sa Smart, which is a subsidiary of PLDT. Okay? So, that's our news for the day, and let's find out kung meron pong comments ang ating mga subscribers at tignan po natin. Okay, ang sabi po ni Abu Ahmed, thanks sir for the daily update. Maraming po salamat, Abu. Makiuso said, I was bullish on Converge starting at 26.20 after the recent dip. Feels good to be right once in a while. I hope BDO Securities target price will be hit. Okay. And then, thanks, GMA7. Bukas, let's see what happens on X date. Bukas ba yung payment ng dividends? Okay. Most likely dyan, pagka yung X date, babagsak ang presyo. But tignan po natin ang nangyari kay GMA. And then, Philip Gons says, great. Salamat po sa inyong mga comments. Philip Gons, Isip Roman, who commented on GMA. At tignan natin si GMA mamaya. Makiuso and Abu. Okay, maraming salamat, and let's now go to the Philippine Stock Exchange and the Philippine Stock Exchange Index on how it fared today. All right. Let's put up our indicators. Wow. The PSE index is up 104.68 points. That's 1.49% to 7142.42. So that's a big jump, huh? There is a gap up here. Meron po siyang gap up dito. And the closing index price is almost touching our indicators already. Yung 50 and 100 days, 71.30 and 71.44, almost touching that. 71.42 na po siya, no? Ngayon, tignan naman po natin ang market activity. 78 companies declined, 98 advanced, while 54 remained unchanged. The all-share index ended also in the green at 0.91% up. Now, the financials, holding companies, industrials, properties, and services were all in the green, led by properties at 2.78 or 2.87%. The only sector which is down is mining at negative 0.46. Ngayon po, tingnan po natin ang most active stocks. Let's start with GMA7. And then ICT, BDO, let's see, SM, TEL, and Ali. Yan po ang mga top stocks na tignan po natin. Ngayon, GMA po muna tayo. Now, GMA, naku, nag-drop si GMA. And this is because X date po ngayon, no? X date is April 20, 1.45. So nag-drop nga siya because nag-ex-date po yung kanyang dividends. Ex-date po ngayon ng pagbigayan ng dividends. Ano? And there is a gap down here. No? I-draw nga natin. Ito po. Napakalaki po ng gap down. And it's a good opportunity to buy. Kasi malaki po magbigay ng dividendo si GMA eh. Computin nga natin 1.45 over 450, no? Tama nga ba? 10%. Tama nga. 0.1 or 10%. So, tingnan po natin ang nangyari. So, it's still yung closing price mo niya is below our indicators, biglang nag-below, no? Although masabi natin, so kung gagawa po tayo ng parallel channel, o hindi na lang parallel channel, horizontal line na lang po tayo, ang pinaka-support po ay nakikita ko po dito sa area to. Nasa 1514, more or less. Yan po ang pinaka-support niya. Now, it's way below the support level. And the next support level that I see is here, nasa 1409 rather. Yan po, no? Ang pinaka-storya ni GMA. And, meron pa palang isa dito. Yan. Okay, nasa 1482. But it's way below, it's below 1482. Nasa 1450 na po siya. And I think, no, yung ganitong forma ay napakalaki po ng gap. And therefore, tingin ko dyan, magbabounce back po yan eh. In the coming days. Tingin ko lang po, feel ko lang po, no? Although RSI is bearish at 34, GMA will continue to move on an upward direction since siya ngayon po ang pinakamalaking network kumikita ngayon po siya because of advertising, yung mga political ads. Yun po, no? Nakikita ko. Pero bearish po siya on the short term, but I believe GMA will continue to move up. Temporary lang po itong setback na ito ni GMA, which is below the MO100, 1483 po, sa 1450 po. So the next support po is sa 1409. Yan po ang tingin ko sa GMA 7. And then ICT, by the way, yung 10% na yun, is one of the highest in the PSE index. Or in the PSE rather, hindi pala index stock. GMA 7. Okay, ICT continues to move up. Yan po, no? Yung support po niya ay pwede nating, actually nakakita ko po siya dito sa MO100 eh. Yung pinaka-support niya. And the secondary support, the higher support level is the EMA50 at 218, no? So MO100 nasa 209.94 or almost 210, and the higher support is at EMA50 at 218. Meanwhile, the resistance ay nasa 237.67 and ICT continues to move up. So kung titingnan po natin ang fundamentals ni ICT, 276 po yung fundamentals niya, no? Ngayon nasa 231 or about a 20% upside, more or less 20% po si ICT. Okay, so yan po ang kwento ni ICT, which continues to move up dahil nag-open na po ang ating economy. And then let's do BDO. Si BDO naman ay okay, nagkaroon ng bounce si BDO, 2 peso 70 centavos today or 2.08%. And the RSI is a bit bullish at 54. And yung pinaka support na nakikita ko ay nandito po sa area to, sa 125.85. Support and resistance, hindi po yan exact points, these are areas. Now the resistance of BDO ay nandito po sa area to, 138. Nasa 138 po ang pinaka-resistance niya. But from our indicators, it appears to just be moving sideways. And then SM is next. Si SM naman, it ended lower from a higher opening. So it opened at 895 and closed at 877. Tama, 877. Kaya red candlestick po ito. Pero kaya po ito green, yung 550 na po ito, na increase. In comparison po dito ay yung previous day's closing of 871.50. So it's 550 higher than yesterday's closing. Pero red po ito dahil yung opening price is higher than the closing price. At nagkaroon pa ng tail. So SM continues to be bearish, although this looks to be promising, kasi it ended higher today. Support is here at 169 or 168 to 169, while the resistance ay nakikita ko po sa area to nasa 914 yung pinaka-resistance po niya. Ngayon, fundamentally, si SM Investments, 1,160 po yung presyo ni BDO dyan. So, meron pa po siyang magandang nakikitang upside, sa presyo niyang 877. It's about 33%, 32 to 33%. And then, TEL naman. TEL, I guess, yan. Okay, ended higher by 15 pesos. So, it continues to move up. And this is because of the sale of the towers. Nasa resistance level na po siya. So, the high is 916, today's high. But the 52-week high is 950, Pero this is already support or rather resistance level. Yan. Nasa 930 po yung pinaka-resistance niya. Nasa 940 na po siya. So, ang pinaka-support naman ni PLDT ay nandito po sa area to. Nandito po sa 1740. But I'm more concerned on the resistance. Yan po. So, PLDT moving up. RSI is bullish at 62. Finally, we have Ali. Wow, engulfing green candlestick si Ali. Now, what happened here? May balita ba? I guess the market is just picking up bargain stocks because Ali went as low as 33, 33 or 34 pesos here, which is our support. Yan po, mga 34 pesos ang pinaka-support. Pero kung titingnan po natin ang fundamentals ni Ali, Ayala Land is 46 pesos. So, meron pa pong upside si Ali ng about 10 pesos, 10 to 11 pesos pa. So, nasa 46 po. Ngayon, yung pinaka-resistance niya, tingnan natin, yung nandito po sa 39.50 po ang pinaka-resistance po niya. Pero ang fundamentals po niya is telling us, based on the study of BDO SEC, is that ang tunay na presyo niya is 46. Now, the engulfing candlestick is a good sign, although there is no volume. But I guess many traders pick up the stock since they see that Ayala Land is priced at a bargain. Okay, yan po ang ating report sa stock market April 20, 2022. Ito po si Benji Chidoro, nagpapaalala, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik at hanggang sa muli, stay safe, God bless, and bye for now.